Anushree Sunil from IEEEPIE team. PIE is a special interest group which aims to promote innovation and entrepreneurship among students and professional communities. So today, in our next session of voiceit, we have here with us Dr. Jayantika Soni, co-founder and CTO of Resync. Resync is a Singapore-based startup on AI-driven energy cloud for optimizing operations and increasing energy efficiency. So, ma'am, let's begin our session.
Hi, thank you so much, Anushree, for having me. I'm delighted to share my journey of Resync with you.
As an IIT and NUS alumnus, it's pretty sure that you would have received a lot of job offers. But you chose a different path. So, how did Resync happen?
I moved to Singapore 7 years ago to do my PhD in Power and Energy Systems at the National University of Singapore. Straight after my PhD, I joined an accelerator called Entrepreneur First, where I met my co-founder Emir. He is also from energy background, so we brainstormed together and understood what are the challenges being faced in the current energy industry. And we came to the problem that a lot of renewable energy is being deployed, but it's not being efficiently managed. And that's where Resync was born. So we created an AI-driven energy cloud to improve and optimize the performance and energy efficiency of distributed energy, such as solar, electric vehicles, smart buildings, facility managing, etc.
That's interesting. Ma'am, for a short span of time, you worked in an Indian public sector firm. So, it might be two different worlds for you, the life before and after Resync. So, can you just brief on that?
Yeah, so the public sector job was actually straight out of my undergrad. Uh, Probably I was not a person cut out for that kind of job. It was in oil industry, which I started in 2011, but left in 2013. And that's where I saw a huge shift happening towards renewable as well. So as an inner conscious dictated me to move towards more sustainable resources. That's one of the way we can combat climate change, and that's why we I moved uh, from my oil job to my PhD and then eventually entrepreneurship. I would definitely say once I have tasted the blood of entrepreneurship, it is definitely difficult for me to ever imagine myself in a public sector setting where there is a lot of I would say, structuredness and hierarchy that is in place. Whereas in startup, you are trying to push your boundaries every day. So even though we have a team of around 15 people, there is a small hierarchy, but we work as a team together in delivering the product. There is not like a huge chain of command or something. So it's completely different. Uh, there is there is structure in an entrepreneurship, but you keep on breaking your boundaries and barriers every day, um, which I don't think I will be ever able to compare in my time at IOCL. Yeah.
That's an amazing story. Ma'am, can you share us some of the socially relevant initiatives that you have undertaken under the label of Resync?
Okay, so I'll just say it out front. Resync is a for-profit company. It's a business that we are building. The social initiative part is basically what drives us. Our mission is to help energy move towards more sustainable resources over the course of time, and that's where our product comes in. So we understand making the switch to renewables is not really easy because of their intermittent nature, because of their um, so much dependencies on weather, unreliability, uh, which you do not encounter with traditional sources of energy. For example, coal, natural gas, etc. They are very predictable in nature. So what we are trying is to remove, or not remove, but ideally reduce the unpredictability and the intermittency associated with renewables. By improving forecasting for them, we are also adding a real time, we also have real time control. So we manage how you utilize your battery energy asset, how you capture your load. So we do demand response, and in a nutshell, kind of make move renewables from being unpredictable to slightly more predictable, or actually like more manageable by the grid operators.
That's pretty informative. Ma'am, so if we look in the business domain, that the main thing that is existing is sustainability. But if we look at the technology part, it is AI and data analytics. So you have basically integrated both these sections in your startup. So how do you think technology acts as an enabler for leveraging sustainability?
Oh, I don't think there is an aspect of our lives these days that's not touched by technology at all. Like, technology is the basic fabric of it. And there is, until there is going to be a point that traditional knowledge serves it. But beyond that, we have to use artificial intelligence, whether in form of machine learning, computer vision, etc. So what we have done is we have realized that energy systems and energy and power systems are quite unique to each customer, right? My household consumption might be very different from yours, as well as if you look at industries, it would be completely different based on the sector, based on the region, based on the location. Like in Singapore, for example, people are very accustomed to air conditioning quite a lot. And everywhere you go, there is an air conditioning running 24/7. Whereas that might not be important in colder countries or countries with pleasant climate. Uh, so the energy requirements are very different, and you cannot create a custom solution for every consumer. And that's where we integrated artificial intelligence, where we customize the solution without custom designing it. And it automatically learns about your generation as well as your consumption patterns and takes on the course, okay, this is the optimal way of running this energy system.
So we have almost reached the last part. So last question, my uh, sometimes words are like double-edged swords. So what sword would you like to throw into the budding entrepreneurs who are listening to you right now?
Oh, like a double-edged sword. um, um, so if you're an entrepreneur, I would definitely say do consider the market that you're serving. Listen to your customer, what do they want, and integrate that into your vision. So we all have an idea of a product, that this is how a product should be, this is what it should be able to do. But if there is no market validation of that product, that there is a need for such product or people will use such a product, then it would be very hard to sell that business idea. Uh, some of the products you may think that the customer don't require, like Uber came into place because there was nothing before Uber, only taxis, right? So there could be scenarios like that. It can totally depend on the market that you're trying to address. But ultimately, like if you're building a business, you need to sell it. So market is paramount, that it should be ready, it should be capable enough to adapt to your product pretty easily. Another thing is just we as entrepreneurs put our 100% in our company, in the work that we do, in the thing that we are trying to build from an idea to execution. It's also good to take a step back and criticize yourself or get a fresh pair of eyes onto the solution that you're building. That will help improve your product or help you pivot in the right direction. So criticism is equally as important. But having said that, don't listen to each and everyone. You need to have a filter.
I think that's the most timely advice you can give, especially in the current scenario.
Yeah.
Your story is truly inspiring, ma'am. I thank you on behalf of the entire PI team for sparing your time and sharing your valuable words with us. I wish you all the best for all your future endeavors. May you get all success. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you so
Thank
much,
you so much,
Anushree.
ma'am.
Thank you so much for having me. Um, It's been a pleasure.
And thank you, viewers, for listening.